Episode 32. Give them space to fall. The pursuer is pursued. In the game of seduction, one of the most overlooked but powerful tactics is strategic withdrawal and calculated absence. While it may seem counterintuitive, purposefully pulling back your presence and creating periods of distance can actually inflame desire in the other person to intense levels. Robert Greene explores this concept in depth in his book, The Art of Seduction. The hazards of being an aggressor. If you are constantly pursuing and soliciting the object of your seduction, always being the aggressor, you set up an unhealthy dynamic. Greene explains, if you are always in their face, always the aggressor, they will become used to being passive, and the tension in your seduction will flag. Use letters to make them think about you all the time, to feed their imagination. Cultivate mystery. Stop them from figuring you out. The more you are an omnipresent force, the more the other person remains in a submissive receiving mode. The chase and tension quickly dissipate. They become accustomed to you playing an active role while they remain passive. The wise seducer knows to cultivate absence. Sowing seeds of doubt. At the point when you sense the person is infatuated and eagerly awaiting more intimacy from you, you want to subtly hint at the possibility of your interest waning just slightly. Don't be too obvious, but introduce tiny seeds of doubt. Greene advises, make none of this explicit. Let them only sense it, and their imagination will do the rest, creating the doubt you desire. Soon they will want to possess you physically, and restraint will go out the window. Some ways to create these subtle pangs of doubt. A delayed response to their text call, arriving slightly late to a meeting, mentioning in passing some admiration for someone else, pulling back slightly from escalating physical intimacy. The key is to be very light in your touches. You want to raise the possibility of disinterest without confirming it fully. Their imagination will run wild from there. Inflaming their imagination. Those small uncertainties you have planted will prompt the other person's mind to start spinning possible narratives about why your interest is decreasing. Your withdrawal will trigger anxiety. They will want to make this interpretation, since if the cause of the problem is something they have done, they have the power to win you back by changing their behavior. By creating a subtle vacuum of attention from you, their thoughts will fixate on filling that void. They will start wondering if you truly are losing interest, questioning if there is someone else turning your affections, and analyzing what they can do to recapture your pursuit. This obsessive analysis is a payoff in itself for the seducer. As Greene states, your subtle step back will make them want to possess you, so they will willingly advance into your arms without being pushed. Their ego has become invested in re-sparking your ardor. Reversing the roles. As the object of your seduction starts chasing you with increased effort and desire, trying to regain your full attention, an intoxicating reversal of roles takes place. The pursued is now the pursuer, and by allowing them to successfully re-attract your affections through their labors, you only elevate their determination. When your victims are passively waiting for you, their erotic level is low. When they turn pursuer, getting involved in the process, brimming with tension and anxiety, the temperature is raised. So raise it as high as you can. Greene is clear that this dynamic of having the other person aggressively pursuing you is immensely more powerful than them waiting passively. The more they participate, the more their willpower is engaged, the deeper the erotic effect. You have challenged them to use their own seductive powers on you, and when they respond, the tables will turn, and they will pursue you with desperate energy. You have activated their lust, ego, and drive. They are now hostage to their invested effort and obsessive desire to captivate you. Embracing the thrill. While employing calculated distancing and withdrawal is a key seductive technique, Greene also advises truly relishing the periods of being the receiver of pursuit and obsession. As he states, do not merely play at being the pursued, but enjoy it, give in to it. The pleasure of being pursued by your victim can often surpass the thrill of the hunt. There is an undeniable charge that comes from feeling someone's ravenous desire and efforts to attract you. Embrace those moments when the dynamic has been reversed, and savor their captivation and pursuit. To masterfully wield the power of strategic withdrawal, the wise seducer toggles between being the pursuer and the pursued. Periods of mystery-building absence followed by warm re-engagement. This delicious polarity inflames an obsessive lust that ensures you remain the fixation. When employed artfully, strategic withdrawal is one of the most devastatingly effective tools in the seducer's arsenal. You elevate yourself to the status of an obsession by always keeping the other person pursuing your affections. Their ego and desire become hostage to their own exertions. As Greene teaches, the pleasures of being pursued can often surpass the thrill of the hunt itself. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and if you found something relatable, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. Now on to something crucial. Make it a habit to learn something valuable every day that genuinely benefits you. Remember, the content you feed your mind is like nourishment for your brain, so choose wisely. Be intentional about it. Otherwise, algorithms may manipulate your thinking. Consider that. Additionally, we're now welcoming contributions in the form of subscriptions to help fund our upcoming projects and provide you with outstanding content. Join us in our journey by subscribing today.